So we're at Easter Sunday and the weatherman lied. It's actually a beautiful day. So we had our Easter egg hunt yesterday thinking it was going to be horrible today, and it's just as nice. So anyway, we're having a lazy one. I'm pottering around. I might try and plant some potatoes. And I thought I'd show you the compost bins that Simon made. We've got first, second, third now on a rotation. So this is all of last year's and previous food waste and weeds and all kinds of things and grass cuttings from the garden. And then we've got layers of cardboard, layers of carpet on the top. Helps to keep the heat in, helps it all to mulch down much quicker. And as you can see how busy we've been this year already, we're April, we filled up a second one. Oh dear. And we're starting on a third. So Simon's taken a panel off for me so we can have a little look at how good the compost is. And it looks good and rich and yummy. I know some of the big stuff hasn't really worked, hasn't really decomposed, because when we made these we actually took from an old compost bin that was falling apart and then had to shovel it all into this one, so it's actually not sort of started from the bottom up, it's all mixed in with what's new and what's old, if that makes sense. So I'm going to have to be a little bit selective with what I take out, but we'll have a look, we'll see how good it is. It's going to cost us a fortune in compost that we have to buy, so we want to use what we've got. And that is a sign of some wonderful compost, because it is full of beautiful worms. They're doing all the work for us. Thanks, wormies. Okay, so I've taken a load of our compost out. Well, I say a load. That took me quite a while. I mean, when I've spread it out, it doesn't look like a lot at all. But I wanted to show you the difference between our homemade compost and then the compost you can get in a bag. It's just a general compost. Unfortunately, that one was not peat free, but we can't be fussy during these times because we couldn't get anything else. So obviously you've got really fine mulch down stuff, and then you've got all this rich gooey full of yummy stuff here. Lots of worms and unfortunately quite a few big sticks. But we are going to experiment with this bed because, as you can see, it is not a raised bed. We've got so many potatoes we can put in, we thought we'll save the ones that were made up for the tubers that I had bought from the nursery, our local nursery down the road. And in this bed, which is sort of a bed, not a bed, we're going to try just dump a load of fresh compost on the top, do a bit of the no-dig method. And Simon's mate Richard gave us a load of old potatoes from a sack that he didn't manage to eat with his family, and they started chitting. Sounds terrible, isn't it? But these are what they call a chit when it's sprouting. So they are apparently just a main crop, so we're going to chuck them in and see what happens, because each one of these tubers is going to produce its own harvest of potatoes. So we might be able to feed the whole village at this rate, because over here I've got the ones I chose from our little nursery. We've got Amour, which is a main crop, and a pink gypsy, which is a main crop also, but an early main. And then I'm going to put the earlies over here. We've got Red Duke of York, which I have grown before, and they're really cool, really bright red potato, and they're first early. And then we've got Carlingford, which I haven't used before, second early, a new potato variety, and Abbott, which the lady from the nursery recommended and said it's a fantastic potato, because although it says first early, if you dig early, it's a wonderful new potato, or you just leave it in and it's a baker or a roaster. So that's a good versatile potato. Just a quick update on what I've already got growing. I've put some fresh compost around these because they just looked a bit sad in this really chalky, stony ground. So I thought I'd give them a bit of nutrition, which is the broccoli and cabbage. The Swiss chard, I've got a feeling that one might be growing. I think that might be a Swiss chard, although it looks in a funny place because I'm sure I planted them up here. In fact, there might be some coming, I'm not sure. I'm not really focusing very well. The radish looks good. The outdoor radish, along with all the weeds that are coming up. Carrots, well, my mum told me that they won't like all of this stony, chalky ground, so there's conflicting thoughts on that. We might just have some really funny shaped carrots because they can't really grow down through if they hit a stone. But we've got something coming up. Whether that's the carrot or not, I'm not entirely sure. Because there's another one there. And another one there. Which looks slightly different to the weeds that are coming up. So we'll see. And the spring onions, I'm sure that we've got spring onions coming up. But again, it could just be a weed. So, mind you, I don't know. See, I'm just too new to this, really. Although, I have been kind of gardening all my life with my mum, but I've not really taken it in. I really should have done. So, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Our broad beans are looking fab. They're looking nice and strong. Chives. Chickens gave us 3 more eggs this morning. Good girlies. Yeah, hello. So we just need to get the rest of you in sync, don't we? Plus one lays quite early. One lays about 9 and one lays about 10. So it just means we can't eat breakfast at the same time. Or we have to wait and eat really late. Anyway, cheers guys. This is the gardening part that I like. So we're off for another trip to the greenhouse and see what's happening. It's another beautiful day. And it's really hot in here. Anyway, I shall spin you around and show you what's happening. Peas are looking amazing. They're such a pretty plant. Marigolds, again, only 2 have come up out of all the ones I sown in there. Sunflowers are good. Lupins are looking brilliant. Look at this lovely shape. Excuse my fingernails until I've been in the soil. Still nothing out of that lupin tray. I think we'll have to give up on that. That's just going to be just a very long germination. Lots of rocket, beetroot, good. Salad leaves, that's a whole tray of salad leaves and we've only got those few. And same with this one. These are all relatively newly planted, so the aubergine, nothing's happening, which is no surprise. That needs a bit more compost. Oh my gosh, I can see a cucumber coming up. Now that's impressive because we've only just planted them. Oh my gosh, what have we got here? We've got a French bean coming up. Sorry about my dodgy camera work. I've been looking ahead because I'm so excited. And that's another cucumber. Well, hello, little cucumber. And I think, if you can see, that is a modus tomato. Wow. Oh my God, it's all happening in here then. Pea, nothing. French bean. We've got, again, one coming up there. And there. That's so cool. Wow, and then there's one coming up there too. Wow, I'm excited. Have we got anything in these trays? Those are tomatoes back there. So no, nothing happening there. Let's go a bit further down. We've got coriander and nasturtiums. Nothing happening in there. And that's basil, but I did say that's going to take quite a long time to germinate. So that's a little seed that's not really planted. Let's sort that out. Okay, so these are the chilies which I've recently just planted, which my lovely mum sent us. We're both growing them. Now this is the exciting bit, because these are the chilies which we grew in the greenhouse last year, and I had them sort of just hanging around in the fridge. Some of them dried out, so I collected all the seeds, and look at all this wonderful life that's coming out of just what we already had. So that is really cool. It looks like quite a few are coming up too. So I'm sure you're not as excited as I am about it, but since I'm relatively new to this, I say new, I mean new doing it on my own without my mother around. I'm really excited. So I'm off to sort out my potatoes now, and I think my little Jacob's come out finally. Jacob! Hiya! Oh, that's sad. I bet you're tired now on your body. Oh, tired boy. What's the matter? You've got yesterday's crazy hair going on. I love it. Oh, Jakey, be gentle.
I got something, Mummy.
Did you catch a bubble? That is cool. Oh. Don't put up your nose, pal. Not good. Woo!
Mum, I got a bubble.
Did you catch another? That's magic, Jake. Well done.
I catch a bubble. Mum, I was playing catch with a bubble.
Super.
I was playing with it on this. I stomped it. I stomped my bubble. Pops. No, the tiny. This one.
I love bubbles.
So relaxing. The chickens love them. Whoa! Mummy, look at that one.
Gonna get me.
That's what they catch with.
What are you doing? One above, one below. Let's take these ones off. You've got to put it right back. Put it right back.
Oh, that was amazing.
Right, ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Clip them in. Right, how do we do it? Sit, get your hand held. Right. I'm not going to get this arm straight. Get this arm straight. No, look, what you're wobbling. Pull it right back. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Want another one?
Little archer.
Yeah.
There you go. Have another go. Line up, Nicole, please. Right, you're going to do this one on your own. So you clip it into between those two bits. All right, have a look. Line the two bits. There. Always push it in. That's it. Hold the grip. Get your arm straight. Get your arm straight. You've got aim higher. You've got aim higher.
Well, you're pretty good at that though. Well
Go
done.
again,
line. That's awesome, Nick. Well done. Keep practicing. Yeah, keep going. Don't lose it over the top of the shed. Wow, Nick, you're amazing. That's so good. Get him, Ollie. Yeah. Jacob, do you want to have your hair cut? Say that as a no. We'll be able to put it in a ponytail soon.
There's a soaking one.
Look at your hair. I think that's cheating. You've got to get the bow, get the arrow, and put it in the bow. Come on. Whingy pants. No, I haven't finished my potatoes yet. You getting wet feet?
Get some water.
Careful, not supposed to run around with it. That's one way to do it, pal. What's the matter, Poppet?
Yeah. I'm going to number 7 and number 10.
Hair.
Finish.
I wonder when we're next going to have our haircut. Don't you let them out. Back in, baby. Back in. Jakey, shut the door, please.
No.
Right, don't be a pickle.
I like them to get out.
No. What did you just feed them, Jake? I don't know. Some oregano and some more dandelions. And they've got some, looks like leaves from a cauliflower. Oh dear, we've had a bit of a day of it. Lots of moans. Nikki, just leave it for Ollie. So they're trying to wash up.
Or not any.
Oh dear, Nicole. So this is the day we're having. Ollie, are you wet?
Huh? I'm not done it. It just done it on its own.
Did it?
Yeah, I pick it up. Come on, Fred. Oh, he's spinning. Mommy,
Hehehehe